Today we're going to be reviewing the Amazon Revenue Calculator. Some of you may not know that you actually don't need an Amazon Seller Central account to use the Amazon Revenue Calculator. So today we're going to show you how to use it, and we're going to go through a bit of a scenario where we can actually test it out and see how the Revenue Calculator even works. Okay, so the best place to find the Revenue Calculator is to just go to Google and Google Amazon Revenue Calculator. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna click on it. So it's the first option. Be careful, who knows, if somebody's running an ad on it, you just never know. And right here you have the option. So you can either sign in, so sign into Seller Central, or you have continuous guest. So you actually don't need a Seller Central account to use a revenue calculator. So let's do this. Let's grab a product from Amazon, a product that we've been looking into via some product research. We'll find it on Alibaba, and we'll go through the whole process of utilizing the Amazon Revenue Calculator. So best thing to do, we're gonna look at this product right here. So this here is a aluminum ice scoop. So this is a product we found recently during a product research video that we did. And we went ahead and found the product on Alibaba. So here it is, more or less. Don't judge, it's not differentiated yet. This is just for today's example, right? So as you can see here on Amazon, this product sells for $26.99, and on Alibaba it's anywhere from $1.49 to $3.98 for 3-pack. That's if you get 500 pieces, so full transparency here, right? So this isn't just, you can't just buy it, it's not one of those. So you obviously have to buy some quantities to get that price. The easiest way to go about this is to grab right here in the title, you can grab the ASIN. So drop it right into the revenue calculator. The reason why we're doing this is it's kind of like, it's figuring out all the fees for us here, so we can kind of see what the fees are for this specific product. And that will give us a starting point, because we're gonna essentially sell a similar product to this. So this doesn't hold true if, let's say this is a 3-pack, which it is, and we're gonna do a 5-pack, then we need to factor some other things there. But in this scenario here, we're essentially gonna sell the same product. Let's say maybe we'll slightly differentiate the product, but for the most part, the weight's gonna be the same and it's gonna be in the same category. So that's why you wanna pull up a comparable listing or the exact listing that you're trying to target, because that really helps you. So once you select your product, the Amazon Revenue Calculator will show you this. It's gonna give you two different options, right? So it's gonna give you for Amazon's fulfillment and your fulfillment. It's basically the same. You're essentially just adding in whatever the shipping may be, and the fees go down, right? So there's no variable closing fee. There's no fulfillment fee, right? So here, on this side here, you could essentially see that we have our fulfillment cost, right? We have our Amazon fee. And here for the Amazon fee, it's just $504, and then fulfillment cost, you would essentially put it in if it's FBM, right? So whatever you think it's actually gonna cost you to ship the item. So for simplicity, we're just gonna get rid of that one, and we're just gonna focus on FBA for today, right? So basically on this item here, you could see that Amazon fee is $5.04, the fulfillment cost is $5.10. It's putting the fixed closing fee in here, assuming that you actually don't have a professional account. Feel free to leave that if you want, because that gives you a little bit of buffer. And then here it gives you some service add-ons, right? So inventory placement, opaque bagging, tape, label, bagging, bubble wrap, right? So you can add all these things here if you wanted to. For fun, I'm gonna add the inventory placement fee, because I'm fairly sure we're going to get hit with inventory placement on this specific item, or just in general right now, because that's been happening with everybody. If you guys are having inventory placement fees issues, make sure you check out this video right here, guys. We recently did a video all about it. And you could see what we do to try to minimize or almost avoid, and in some cases avoid, those specific fees. So basically these costs here are all filled in. Now, assuming that the product's gonna be the same and we're gonna sell it for the same price, right? Let's say we wanna sell it, this one here is $26.99, right? We're gonna undercut them, let's just say, for example, and we're gonna sell this for $26.25, right? And it's doing its thing right now. And while it's doing that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to Alibaba. I'm gonna show you what we got here. So let's just say this product is $3.98 for the 3-pack. Now, this doesn't include the shipping, right? So really, if you're just trying to figure out if you wanna sell a product, you may or may not have a shipping cost, or you can kind of just get a general estimate on shipping. Now, I'm fairly experienced at this, so I'm just gonna sort of assume that the shipping is probably gonna be the same as the product cost, just because of the way that things are right now with shipping. So what we're gonna do is here under cost of goods sold, we're just gonna put $4 just to like overestimate just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with overestimating in this circumstance, right? So make it, go through your pricing and just overestimate what your costs are gonna be. Because I'd rather be wrong that way than underestimating and then you completely don't make money at all. And then here's the shipping to Amazon. So being that I'm not sure what the shipping is going to be. I'm pretty sure I can estimate with all my experience, and I'll try to make this a worst case scenario. I'll assume that the worst case scenario here is going to be $4 a unit to ship to Amazon, right? So it ends up making a total cost of goods sold about $8. So right here, shipping to Amazon, $4. Cost of goods sold, $4. If you want to add in any other miscellaneous costs, you could put them here. I mean, these are usually due with shipping or whatever. Maybe you're sending these somewhere else for bundling or relabeling or whatever, and this is a good place to put that. So as you can see here, you can see what the net profit is $7.37, and at a 28% margin, more or less. So this essentially is how you use the Amazon revenue calculator, right? It's not that difficult, but the key here is, the most important thing is to make sure that you use an item as a reference, right? Because that, makes it all work. So if you're referencing the wrong item from the get-go within the revenue calculator, it's just not going to work, and you're going to get all kinds of crazy numbers. So that's what we like to do. And in this case here, this is the exact item that we'd like to sell. Maybe a little different. Maybe we'll differentiate it a little bit, and you can always adjust from here. So say you're looking at what your Amazon fees are in here. You could always adjust a little bit if maybe your item's going to be a little bit heavier, right? Something like that. Price is very easy to adjust. You just adjust the price in here, right? So let's say we're really feeling frisky here, not $26, $25, right? Instead of the original MSRP, right? And it'll give you even better idea here. So that'll make you much more competitive. Your net profit's now $6.31 at a 25% margin. Another good thing to do here as well is to see okay, well, let's say I need to launch this. What's the lowest I can launch this at? This will give you your break-even price, right? So let's say, okay, 19, so let's say $18. So if you were to sell this for $18, your net profit is 36 cents. So that's essentially your break-even. So that's what this is valuable for too. You can quickly calculate what your break-even price is without using any spreadsheets. You could just do it right within the revenue calculator. Guys, that's basically it in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions about the revenue calculator or even sourcing products in general, throw your comment down below.